In my black pill phase, I always saw myself as less because of where I came from ethnically. I never really saw my ethnicity as something to be proud of or something to, I guess, boast about because nobody said many beneficial things about it. And the stereotypes, with the whole 9/11 thing, and it all just sprouted into something that I wouldn't really I wouldn't want to associate myself with. And that's what I'm going to talk about today: race, ethnicity, and how that really affected me in the black pill when I became a black pillar. By the way, I got a new haircut, as you can tell. I know it looks awesome, but let's not talk about that now. Oh, Adrian, you're so handsome. I don't need to hear that because serious stuff is about to be said. So, I didn't want to make this video. I did make a script for it and everything. Um, I don't have the script with me though. I'm not gonna read that. I'm gonna just talk because I feel like it'll be more personal that way. So I didn't want to make the video because I just wasn't feeling like it. I didn't feel too good looking today. Yeah, even with the haircut. If you just could see how many times I switched the angles of the camera, switched my face angles. I was doing all sorts of things just to think I was ready to record it. Like, no, I can't look like this for 20 minutes, right? But then I thought about you. How you must feel that there's nobody that can really vouch for people like us, Asians. Well, I guess specifically Middle Easterns. So I was like, no, I can't just leave you hanging like that. You can't feel like you're alone in this, like you're the only one that's experienced that specifically. And so I was like, yeah, it's your duty to make a video about it. So I'm doing it now. And yeah, it's gonna be about ethnicity. The black pill was something that told me constantly about race. Race is a big thing in the black pill, and the main thing is white is the best, brown, I guess Asian, Indian, that's the worst one. Or just anywhere in Asia. That's essentially what I've been told ever since I became a black pillar, and it didn't make me want to talk about my ethnicity anymore. And the stereotypes, I guess I felt ashamed of my ethnicity. Sadly, this was a problem even before I became a black pillar. When I was, blue pill or no pill, I guess. Those were the best times. And I just, instead of embracing where I came from, I tried to hide it. I even remember a time where I pretended to be American. Like, I actually told my friends that I was American just to give the light away from me being Middle Eastern. And essentially, I had nothing to be proud of when it came to my ethnicity, and the black pill made that worse by telling me, yeah, you can't be a terms like curry cell. I mean, I'm not Indian, but still, terms like curry cell. Well, essentially, that's the only one I know, but it didn't help out my situation. I didn't feel any need to embrace what I actually had to see the benefits of my ethnicity because the black pill said there were none. And so that's what I'm here to talk about. When you start believing that your ethnicity is weird to the black pill, if you listen to the black pill, then you'll know that your race either is good or it's bad. If you're like me, then you're on the worst side, I would say. Not the worst, but not the best either. And when that happens, you try to dismiss your ethnicity. You don't embrace what you've gotten, you only see the flaws. I try to steer away from the stereotypes. I try to do my best not to seem as one of those guys. In Sweden, where I live, it's to be Middle Eastern is it doesn't have the best reputation over here, and I try my best to dismiss the fact. I try to not make myself seem scary to other people when I was walking around. Like, oh look, that's the Middle Eastern dude. Let's stay away from him. Get the kids away from the area and stuff. And so that just made me want to dismiss my race. And that made me racist to myself in a way. And it lowered the self esteem that I once had. And I bet it's done that to you too. So that's what the black pills told us. Like, you cannot be black and be good. You cannot be Asian and be handsome. You cannot have this ethnicity and get girls that are like this, and etc. And there are many studies to show that that's true. Doesn't mean it's definitive, because it's not. Obviously, there's an example for everything. There's Indians that have gotten blonde girls. There are Middle Easterns that have gotten Asians, like Chinese or Japanese. Like, the odds are not against you, really, even though the black pill studies show otherwise. I can just tell you this already. The black pill has a lot of bias. Just because you believe it's true, it makes the facts seem more factual, and it makes other facts seem less factual. It creates bias, is what I'm trying to say. And when you look at the studies, I hope you have, and I haven't really done that. But if you looked at studies about race and stuff, and what race gets most girls, yeah, maybe it's the white people. But that doesn't mean you can't get more girls than you do now. There are white people that get a lot. There are white people that don't get a lot. There are white people that don't care about getting girls. There are white people that only care about getting girls. And the same with other races. There are people that embrace their race, and there are people that don't embrace the race. People that care about the stereotypes and they try to dismiss it. There are people that care about the stereotypes and they embrace that. There are people that don't care about the stereotypes and just be the person that they are. I'm trying to tell you that your race does not make you uglier. It's you thinking that that's what makes you uglier. When I thought that my race was bad, automatically that made me shy away from any conversation about race and stuff. But the thing is, you can become the best version of yourself through your race as well. For example, the terms, if you're a true black pill, you should know about the terms Curry Cell and Tyrone and things like that. A black dude usually wouldn't get that many girls according to the black pill. It's not the best thing to be black. But when you're a Tyrone, suddenly it's good. Like, suddenly you're like, yeah, I need to be a Tyrone, right? Like, that's the good stuff. I guess Tyrone's basically the Chad of black people, or black dudes. And that's what I'm trying to say is, you can become the Chad version of your race if you really try. Like, when you're less attractive and you're, let's say, Middle Eastern, like me, people would call you, terrorist or whatever like that. And then suddenly when you become attractive, they'd call you things like, Prince of Persia and stuff like that. I've seen these comments on TikTok too. And you're only a stereotypical type of person in your race until you don't become that anymore because you got more attractive. And that's essentially what the black belt doesn't tell you, is that you can become, like, you can up your class on your race to the point where people actually like you because of your race. Now, I'm not there yet, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's definitely a lot different now than it used to be. Like, you don't have to hate your race. You don't have to think that your race makes you uglier. If you do think that, then it's gonna make you uglier. But if you just become better looking, if you work on yourself, then your race suddenly becomes a benefit to you. Suddenly it's cool being Middle Eastern. Suddenly Indian skin is beautiful in a way. And that's what I'm trying to talk about today. If you noticed, I have put some editing, maybe some music, I don't know, because I haven't started with the editing yet. But I want to shout out to my good friend Samuel for giving me tips on, maybe making it more watchable, my videos, because as you've seen for the past month, I've just been recording, no editing, just put it out to make the words seem more clear. But I know people who are black pillars, you watching, you're probably not. Your attention span isn't the best, I don't believe. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make it easier for you, but I'm still gonna give light to my words more than the music or the cuts or whatever. I'm not gonna make it too fancy. I saw Will, it went to do good edits and music with my good friend Sina. He has posted his first video and it's done pretty well. So he got more views. His first video got more views than any of my videos. And I'm not gonna let that stay, so I'm gonna try to up my game a little bit. I won't be doing too much because I'm still gonna have the same format, but the quality of my videos might go up. It's always gonna go up until the day I stop doing this, which hopefully won't be too soon. If this helped you, then please share to somebody else. Put in the comments what helped you. If it didn't help you, then still put in the comments, I guess. Goodbye.